Hello friends, welcome to Testing Shala YouTube channel. In this video, I'll be giving detailed information on how you can become an automation tester in year 2021. So I'm going to give in detailed view like how the manual tester can become a automation tester, that too in various fields in software testing. I'm going to share in this video a detailed information on overall perspective or overall career path of a software tester to moving into the automation tester. Before I provide complete details about how to become an automation tester, if you guys have not subscribed to Testing Shala YouTube channel till now, then please click on subscribe and bell icon so that all our future videos will be in your inbox as and when we publish our new videos. So let us move on and understand what is the way a normal tester can become a automation tester. I'm going to give in detail view as I said. So as a normal tester, the person as a manual tester, the basic skills you might have is DB skills or SQL skills you will have it, and also you will have a skills like how to operate Unix system or Linux system, Windows system. Basically, he has to try to test across all the platforms. In the similar way, you will be well versed in the all the testing processes or methodologies. Any manual tester who works in software testing area, you will be aware of the testing process and methodologies, and also you will be aware of a defect management tools, defect management processes, all those aspects, and also you will be aware of test case creation and test case reviews, the complete process, how you will be writing a test cases, how it is getting reviewed, all the aspects from requirement collection to the test case creation, all that kind of knowledge it will be there with the normal manual tester, and also you would be a good you will be having a good communication skills as well as a manual tester, and you'll also be aware of the three tier architecture application. Three-tier architecture application is nothing but there will be a front end which is an UI, and also there is a back end which is a third tier, and as well in the middle tier we'll have an application server or web server. So this kind of at least basic minimum three-tier architecture which any software tester should be aware where he is working as a manual tester, and also you'll be aware of all different kinds of software testing types. As a tester, you will be knowing in and out of various different types of software testing. Then also being a software tester in the manual testing area, you will also be in domain expertise in a particular area. Suppose if you are working in life science testing area, then you will be well versed in the life science domain, and if you are working on e-commerce domain, then you are well versed with the e-commerce, and if you are well versed in the energy sector like petrol, gas, different power sectors, right? So you will be well versed with that kind of domain as well, and if you are well versed in the healthcare, then as a tester you'll be knowing in and out of the healthcare system. If you are working in any banking applications or insurance applications, then you'll be well versed in the domain expertise. So if you are a manual tester, this is very much required. These are the skills is very much required if you would like to become a decent manual tester. So when you would like to move from a manual tester, let's say the manual tester wants to move into automation tester. That is a journey which I am talking about in this video, where as a manual tester you will be knowing all these aspects which is there in the left side. This is very much needed to be successful in the software testing area. And now we are talking about how you can move your career from software testing, which is manual testing, towards automation testing. So basically, in order to move into automation tester, at least you should have certain knowledge on certain programming skills. The programming languages can be a Java, if you are even if you have basic or medium level skills on the Java or C, C++ or C Sharp, right? Or Python, Perl, or any kind of that kind of programming language which you are aware, then it is which you can easily move into the automation bucket. And even if you don't know, maybe if you can spend 2 or 3 months in learning all these, at least pick 1 or 2 programming skills and you start learning it, then definitely you can get the knowledge of different programming languages, and you can also well versed in writing test cases, test scripts in automated way. And also you should learn the source code tools. That is also very basic minimum knowledge you would be required to move into the automation area. And you should be well versed in the GitHub area, Jenkins, Dockers, and integrated development environment. So these are the basic things people expect if you would like to move from manual testing to the automation testing, where these are the basic core skills. If you are able to learn very quickly, maybe if you take 3 months, 6 months, if you're able to learn all these things in a quicker manner, then it would be very easy for you to move into any of different kinds of automation testing area, which I am going to talk now. What are the various different kinds of testing area, which automation testing area which you have? The one is we have web automation testing. Web automation testing, here we purely discussing on testing web applications, e-commerce applications, or any applications which they are developed on top of the browser, where you can access the application using a browser. That is one type of automation. Then similarly we have mobile automation, where any application or a product which you are going to access using mobile application or your mobile devices. And also we have API which you are going to test using automation tools, and we have a performance testing and security testings. These are on a very high level, where you can take a different path in the automation testing area. Now let us go by one. So what is all about a web automation? So web automation, as I said earlier, which is where application you are going to access using web or a browser. So basically you are going to access the front end of the application using a browser by accessing through the URL of the application. So normally the automation which you can do for web automation, there are many tools which are available in the market. If you are well versed in the Selenium, which is open source, and also we have various other tools also like Tricentis, Tosca, HP, UFT. These are the certain commercial tools also available. But in Selenium, if you would like to develop your career, then if you have Java also, you can work on Selenium, or if you know JavaScripts, Python, C Sharp, Ruby, Perl, if any of these programming languages also, if you know, you can definitely work on Selenium. So as a rule of thumb, to come into the automation, at least as I said earlier, you should know all these skills. You should know initially all the manual testing items, then the core programming skills, then you can work upon web automation. That is one aspect. In the similar way, there is a one more different kinds of testing space, which is codeless automation tools. The codeless automation tool here means even if you do not have an expertise, in writing code as well, there are certain tools which is already available in the market, which is commercially available, such as Catalan Studio, Perfecto, Sikuli, Applitools. So these are the some of the tools which are commercially available, where even if you do not have any knowledge on the programming skills, still you can work on automation using these tools. These are the tools which are a little expensive when you would like to buy this kind of tool. But if you would like to work on this kind of automation, definitely you may not require well versed in the programming language, but still you can bring an automation using these tools. So this is the second type of tools which are available. Then the third type of tools which are available, which is mobile automation tools, where if you would like to bring any automation in the mobile testing space, then you should use some of these tools. And even as we talked about earlier, the programming skills would remain same. Programming skills would remain same. Where if you know Java, C Sharp, or C, any of these things, still it is holds good for mobile automation testing tools as well. There are various tools which are available in the market, which is APM is an open source, the Perfecto, Cobeton, Test Project. These three projects are commercial tools. APM, which is an open source tool. So, being an automation tester, maybe sometime if you do not have access to this tool, what you can do here is especially start working on open source tools such as Selenium or APM, then get well versed with it. Then you can download some of the trial versions of the commercial software. Maybe they will give for 30 days, 7 days, something like that, right? So you can download some of the trial version software and you can start learning those things. Then once you are well versed, then you can work on the project which they have real licenses. At least for learning perspective, I think I recommend you work with the open sources in the beginning. Then you can move on to the commercial tools based on your availability in the project. So similarly, the third type of automation which we are going to work here is API automation. So API automation where we are not working on the UI level here, because most of the time what happens, developing a UI takes very much time, and we cannot bring any automation till to the end if you are just depending on the UI automation or web automations. In order to avoid that, there is a new concept called as a API automation is coming to picture, where every module or every functionality is getting exposed via API, where everything will be initially will be tested with APIs, then it will getting merged with the UI integrations. There are various tools also available in the API automation as well, like REST Assured. So we have a Postman tool, SOAP AI tool, JMeter, and we have Fiddler as well. So these are the some of the crucial tools. If you know, or if you, even if you don't know, you can learn very easily these tools. And once you are well versed with these tools, you can definitely move into the API automation space. Especially API automation space is little challenging. It would be a little challenging because it involves huge coding, because API testing is not more of a UI friendly elements. It is more on the back end, or it at the code level will be writing the code. Hence, API automation is little challenging compared to any other automations. Then the fifth type of automation things we are planning here is performance testings. Especially the performance testing will be done for the non-functional areas. The non-functional areas could be stress testing, load testing, all these different types of testing. We can call it as a non-functional testing, where you would like to bring automation. Then we'll be depending on the various tools such as commercial tools such as LoadRunner, WebLoad, or Rational Performance Testers, and we have an open source tool JMeter as well. If you are well versed any of these tools, then you can really fit in the performance testing tool. Even if you don't know, also you can still learn these tools, and you can learn, and still you can become a good performance tester. Then the next type of automation testing is security testing. As you all know, the security testing becomes very huge hot topic these days, and here also a lot of tools which are commercially available tools normally being used by many companies, and to test security loopholes in any given application. Right? If you are would like to move into this space as well, I think there are various tools available. You can become expertise in this area, and also this is the area where people really get the high pace in the security testing space. So these are the some of the different verticals you can try in the automation space. And the next one is which is more a common, which is a common across all the spaces, which is a DevOps. So DevOps is where continuous integration and continuous development will happen, where there are various tools you might be required to learn, which is a Jenkins or a GitHub or Microsoft VSTS. These are the some of the tools. Normally, most of the companies they normally prefer to use these tools as part of the continuous integration. What is continuous integration means? If I can talk about, right? Let's say you guys have developed web automation scripts, then it get merged into GitHub, right? Then again, API test cases get into GitHub. Similarly, all tests are getting merged into GitHub. Then there will be a execution will happen on a regular front, as and when there is a check-in happens, then continuous executions happens, and it will give the report as well to the all the developers, just to ensure that nothing has been broken in the meantime, right? So that's why the continuous integration and continuous deployment or development will give a more value these days, so that they can deploy more often to the production environment, or it will give more feedback to the development team on a regular front. So this is how, if you would like to move from if you would like to move from manual testing to become a automation tester in various verticals, these are the some of the different areas and different skill sets or different tools you will be required to learn. At least if you would like to become very good automation tester in this year. I'm hoping at least you guys got a clear idea the complete journey from a software testing space towards automation testing space, and definitely you will have to put a lot of efforts to become an automation tester. But once if you put it, then definitely your career would look very reasonable and also very challenging role also in the automation space. I'm hoping you guys really enjoyed watching this video, and also I'm hoping this video was very informative for you guys. If you guys really like this video, then please give a thumbs up to this video. If you guys have not subscribed to Testing Shala YouTube channel till now, then please click on subscribe and bell icon so that all our future videos will be in your inbox as and when we publish our new videos. Thanks for watching this video. Bye for now. Take care.